Hello you beautiful people of YouTube, this is part 12 and today we're going to get stuff done on the Fiesta. Right, so as you know, the bumper's got to come back off, so I'm going to get some jobs done while that's off, and that is going to be, I'm going to re-stencil the intercooler. And I know that some of you thought that you don't like that. Normally I'd agree. Sometimes branding on the intercoolers I'm not so keen myself, but because that's my own logo I feel a little bit different about it because it's unique, no one else is going to have it. So we're going to do a smaller, slightly narrower, so it's more visible. I did think about doing it in a less visible colour, that's just a silver, but I'll look into that. I'm also going to add some more jets to the intercooler spray while it's off, and the other bits is the side skirt's got to go on and the window's got to go in. So that's going to be today's work. So first thing I'm going to do is get the bumper off. Right, so I'm on the absolute dregs of this kind of spray, so I'm hoping there's just enough to black it over, but if not I'm going to have to go to the shop. But I'm not going to mask off on nothing because it's all black around there, it's not the end of the world, so hopefully we'll just get it covered. Come on! Nearly there. That is it, not a drip left. But it's covered that now so we can put the stencil on. Right, so this is a stencil I've cut out of a cereal box. The last one I done was on paper and these bits are so flimsy. The spray was just bleeding under. I think I might have the same problem this time, hopefully not as bad. So I'm going to fit it in, mask it around, and then we spray it over. Right, I'm ready to spray now. And last one I done silver, so I wanted a bit darker this time, but I know for a fact if I spray this now, with these bits flapping, it's just going to, the spray will bleed behind, it'll end up a mess. So I've had an idea. First of all, I've got some old black Amorite, old tin of white, mix them up in this tray, and I've got a shade of grey. I think it's going to be a lot more subtle and not stand out as much as the silver. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put on this roller and then roll it across, and hopefully we won't have any bleed. So I'm fairly happy with that colour. I think it's going to be a lot more subtle. Don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. I think this has gone pretty awful, if I'm honest. It's not looking good. So annoying. So I'm going to peel it off, see what mess we got. I don't think it's gone very well. So. No, it hasn't. That looks truly awful. See if we can get a bit of light in there. Yeah, that looks absolutely rubbish. Why never anything ever goes smooth? Right, I think to be honest here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it. I can't be bothered to do it again. When I done this last time, I had the intercooler flat on the floor and sprayed down over the stencil, and that was a nightmare. It took about 4 attempts to get the best I could, and then I outlined it with a permanent marker. So I think what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to let it dry, and I'll do the same. I'll outline it with a permanent marker, and it can just stay like that. I don't care. It's the least of my worries. Okay, so now we're going to move on to fitting the side skirt, and you can see some of the clips are still in here, but most missing. So I picked up some of these, I know if you're going to ask me where did I get them from, I cannot remember. Someone put the link on Facebook and I grabbed them where the link was there, so I'm going to pop these in where they need to go. I'm assuming the best way will be now pop them all and then just clip it into the car. So stick these in and see how we go. Alright, that's one. Finish them all off. Right, so do a long sill series of all these holes. I'm going to give this a wipe down now, give it a clean, and then they pop in, and there's some bigger ones underneath, which you might not be able to see yet. Hopefully it'll just pop straight on. So that's it, the side skirt is all on. With these I've taped the joint here. Done all the back. I cleaned it all out. The only thing is the tape's a little bit thicker than I really wanted, so you can see that there's a slight sort of a gap there and the whiteness of the double-sided tape is showing through, but I'll see whether that bugs me too much and whether I'll redo it or whether it'll sort of blend in. The things I do need for the car, I need an arch liner, and there's an end cap that goes here, so if any of you got one of them, let me know and I'll buy it off you. Right, what I want to do now is this window. I have cut off most of the adhesive there, that's more than enough off, so I've got tiger seal, and then I'm going to pop that in. I'll probably put a bit of a prop from the fence, something just to help support it and keep it held in. Once that's done, turn my attention to these jets then and add some more. So I'm going to get the tiger seal and get that window in. Right, so I've cut the nozzle quite big. We're going to put a hefty bead around this, so just follow where the old adhesive is. Messy stuff this. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thin smear around there. Right, so just going to make sure my gap is right here, that it's in the right place. That's tight as it is, but I think just to be sure I'll put a little bit of something pressed against it overnight. So I've just braced that piece of wood. I haven't pushed it hard, it's really light pressure, just to make sure that it stays in place. Also want to be careful as well, if you're opening and shutting doors, the pressure in the car could blow it back out. So once I shut the boot later, I'll probably do it carefully, but I know then the pressure's not gonna pop it out. Right, I'm going to turn my attention to these jets. Now this is the plan. It sprays reasonably well in these two areas, but I'm thinking, well, I'll move these ones out and either add one or two in the middle. I'm not sure yet. I'm not saying it's essential, but I've got more jets and I was thinking the bumper's going to be off for a bit longer, so I might as well do it. Nothing to lose, is it? So that's what I'm going to do. Right, so I've swapped them around now and we got 4. So that should squirt a lot better now, covering every section of it. So maybe not necessary, but I've got some spare time and I thought, why not? So what I'm going to do, and I'm a little tidy up here now, and then we'll give them a squirt, see how they're performing. Right, so what I've done is, I don't know if you can tell, but I've taken a permanent marker and tried to highlight the outline. I don't know how it's going to turn out, to be honest with you, but I'm not going to sweat about it too much. It's quite discreet, but it'll do the job. And also don't worry about this green pipe and the black being different shades. You're not going to see them through the grill anyway, right? So Ellie's in the car now. We're going to give it a test and see how well that sprays, see if it's better than before. So go on then, Ellie, give it a go. Oh, stop. I've run out of water. Hang on, let's go and fill him up. Right, so we topped up the water. I'm going to give it a try again. Go on then, Ellie. Oh, I'm getting soaking. Again. Right, stop. It's hot water, it was already in the kettle. Right, what I can see is this is spraying more. The two middle ones are not spraying as much. Do it again. And the jets need aligning, but I'll do a little bit of, alright, I'll do a bit of tweaking on them. I know the way that it's plumbed, that the pressures are not even, but at the end of the day, as long as water's getting out in the intercooler, that's the main thing. So give it another go then. Right, so that jet needs realigning. Two outer ones are fine, so I can live with that. I'll do, Ellie. Right, I think for today that will do. I haven't got much more to offer you. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate all your views, comments and subscribing, so I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.